Self-driving cars and autonomous vehicles are the next big thing in the world and the automotive industry. All this innovation is begging the question, will kids of the future ever learn how to drive a car? There are several leading experts that predict that children born this year will never have to get a driver's license, according to Motor Trend. This prediction makes sense due to the fact that most industry leaders predict that self-driving vehicles will become commonplace on our roads in 10 to 15 years. The director of Google's autonomous vehicle team has also posed that his main goal is to make sure that his 13-year-old son never has to learn to drive a car, which is an ambitious goal that is almost surely not going to happen. The thought of our children, or our children's children, never driving a car seems almost absurd given the history of the automobile industry. Cars have always been, and arguably always will be, a field of interest that sparks nostalgia, excitement, and good times. For many out there, driving a car is where the fun in cars sit. Many people don't just drive to get places, they drive to have fun, to enjoy the experience. So then, if our children never have to drive a car, won't they miss out? Well, we have to look at the situation in a few different ways. It seems highly unlikely that in 16 years, regulations will state that cars must be self-driving. This would mean that there will still be options for those of us that want to drive cars or even drive classics. In 16 years, however, it's highly probable that technology and regulation will allow for self-driving cars on the road, or even regulate that all new cars be self-driving due to improved safety. Our children may then have a choice to drive a car, but they will likely never have to drive a car if they don't want to. As a parent myself, I personally hope my children never have to drive a car for one main reason: safety. The crash rate for young drivers, 16 to 19, is 2.7 times higher than for any other age group, according to the California DMV. In general, people are not great at driving, despite what we may think, but teens are especially not great at driving. 94% of all motor vehicle accidents are because of human error, and this means ultimately that 94% of all accidents could be stopped with the implementation of autonomous vehicles. And that's an ideal case, but still, quite a number of these human error accidents could be stopped through successful autonomous vehicle implementation. Having a computer drive your car will be much safer statistically than driving a car yourself. We also have to look at this from another perspective: free time. Driving a car is arguably one of the most time-consuming tasks that we do on a daily basis. Self-driving cars will bring us hours back to our day, stopping us from having to keep our eyes on the road. For kids of the future, I'm hard-pressed to imagine that the majority of kids would want to drive a car undistracted rather than sit back and relax. Probably on their smartphones, but that's another issue entirely. So, will our kids have to get a driver's license? Probably not, but I don't see the option of driving cars fading anytime soon. The future of automobiles will likely be autonomous, but the choice to drive a car will remain just that, a choice.